What is up, world? You are in tune to the KnoItAllZ podcast. And of course, you got your usual suspects here with you, myself, Big G. What's popping, Big G, man? How you doing today?
Man, I started to wear my dog days of summer outfit today, man, because our grass cutting and weed whacking and coaching and all that other stuff. I started with my coach's whistle and hat and everything else. But I said, nah, I'm gonna give it a rest today. But trust me, we're gonna start talking about some dog days of summer, OTAs and all that other stuff coming up. So yeah, for sure. But I'm doing well. Good to see both of y'all too, man.
Absolutely. Tate, dog, what's up, man? Tate Boy Fresh, what's good? How we doing?
What's good, man? What's good, Big G? You know, man, today just been a lazy Sunday, man. I ain't been doing too much. Just ready to jump on here and get it out, get it in here with the live chat and the listeners and stuff. Appreciate y'all for being here, and let's get it cracking.
Man, yeah, we're gonna get it jumping, man. But as always, we'd like to tell you guys, like and subscribe. Like us on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube and Twitch, so that when we go live, you will definitely get those notifications. That bell will let you know that we are here. And look, man, make sure you tell a friend, tell somebody that the KnoItAllZ is going to be here. We got some convo that I want to, ask the live chat here later. But before we get into that, man, we're definitely going to get into this. What is up, you guys? I like to say everybody, hello to everybody in the chat. I got to cover you all. Afton, Kari, Claude, Tate Boy Fresh, what are you doing in the chat? Look at this.
Hey, man. I'm multitasking, man. I'm a man of many capabilities, bro.
Man, I mean, you got some kind of capabilities over there, man. Some kind of capabilities. But listen, just on a serious note, you guys, the KnoItAllZ family has lost a friend and a relative, definitely somebody that, my brothers, Tate and Big G, have known their whole life, part of the family. I'm going to let y'all do, the honors of talking here, but Shane Daly has went on and passed, and definitely Big G, Tate, I want you guys to go ahead and take the lead on this, man.
Tate, do your thing, bro. Go ahead.
Hey, man, I just want to, Shane, Big G, man. Shane been one of my 3 or 4 best friends, man, since we was kids. Literally since we was 8, 9 years old. We go back that far. We lived 4 houses down from each other. He was more like another brother than a friend. And, he dealt with stuff the latter years of his short life, 51-year-old life, but at his heart, at his core and in his heart, he was a good dude. Yeah. He loved his kids. You see 3 of them right there. He had 4. You see 3 of them right there. He loved them all dearly. That picture right there is from December 12th, 1989, man. That was Shane's 18th birthday. Yeah. You see me in the front with the duck lips and Big G in the back, repping the team formerly known as the Cleveland Indians. But we had a lot of good times, man. He was a grade ahead of me. So, he got his first car. Didn't have to walk to school no more after 10th grade. Rode with Shane. Actually in 10th grade, because he got his car in 11th grade. So, picked me up every morning. We rode to school together, played football together. We both had basketball courts at our houses. And I mean, everybody used to come to his house and my house.
That's
and we used to
exactly where I met Tate at. Tate and his brother was on the basketball court at Shane Daly's house. The first time I ever met.
That's the first time we met over there?
First time I ever met him in my life, man. First time I ever
met him.
Yeah, met you. Yeah.
Okay, no,
and it was actually the first time I met Shane. And the crazy thing is Shane broke up a fight between me and my brother. You know, because I was about to go at my brother behind you because we were playing basketball, two brothers against. You know what I'm saying? And Shane took me in the kitchen, man.
I've been in many fights over there. I put hands on Shane over there. His mom had to come out and break it up. But you know, just a good dude, a dear friend. I'll miss for the rest of my life, however long that is. And you know, prayers to his family. His mom, Johnny, was like a second mom to me. She passed away back in November 2015.
Yeah,
which is not good. She passed away, but I'm glad she don't have to see her young son pass away. He gets to go meet his mother again. So you know, I could go on and on forever. My favorite spade partner all time, Big G and Ma, know about that. Me and Shane used to crack heads and win a lot of money because Shane would gamble a lot of money.
Yeah.
And he taught me how to shoot dice, which you know to this day I still shoot dice. Even got a tattoo on my arm. You can't see it. There's some dice up there, man. But got that back in '94. But yeah, hey, rest up, bruh. I'll be to see you one day. Hopefully, it's a while away, but I will be to see you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something, Claude. He said he saved my life. No, my brother will tell you that's a stalemate. I don't know who's gonna win that, but it's not no easy win.
Big G got you by 2 years, Mod, and back then he probably was 16.
It was never gonna happen. You know, I love my brother. I would never lay a hand on my brother. Absolutely not. But he'll tell you, he's just crazy. We match crazies. You know what I'm saying? We match crazy.
My brother last fall, I was almost 40 years old.
Hey, so check this out, man. You know, we talked about, you know, Shane Daly. You know, Shane was my family member. He was my cousin. You know, we're blood related. We grew up like brothers. Me, Take Boy Fresh, Shane, Sweet Tea, Marcus Wright. I mean, the list goes on and on. Major, John Barnett. We grew up like brothers, man. All of us, you know. And now, me and Shane was in the same grade, but the rest of the crew was, you know, the year below us. But the issue is when we first started learning what it was to become men, a lot of us, you know, when you have those early men experiences, you just don't know which way to go and how to go. And so we band together as brothers more than we did anything else because we bounce stuff off of each other. You know, I will never forget, and I'll play eternal gratitude to Shane Daly's mother and to Kevin's mother for when my father passed in 1990. You know, those ladies were the sounding board, even to motivate me to go to college out in Waldorf in Forest City, Iowa. And the issue was Shane was supposed to go with me. I said this on the Steel Curtain Network podcast. Shane Daly was an integral part. He wasn't a captain of our 1990 semifinal state team from Lima Senior, but without Shane, we don't go that far. Shane was definitely a lockdown corner. I think he had 8 or 9 interceptions our senior year. He did his thing, man, and he was a heck of a basketball player too. So folks that know Shane know that Shane had an opportunity to play, maybe not at the NFL level, but at the definitely high collegiate level. I mean, he's a corner, about 6 foot tall, 200 pounds. Yeah.
I mean, I hate to interrupt you, just while you going that picture up. For everybody, and you know, everybody in the live chat, you see Lamar Thomas there. Ma took the picture down. He the dude on the right that Sean got his arm around. So we all been together for a long time.
Brothers, man. Brothers for sure. So, you know, and that's where that whole thing between me and Mod happened, because, you know, Mod wants me to fight, you know, and all whatever else. And I'm like, bro, I'm not gonna fight my brothers. I met Mod later in life, you know, so Mod, we was 14, 15, 16, but I had been rocking with Tate and Damien and Shane and all them since we was little kids. So, you know, them was the only brothers I ever had until Ma came around. But, you know, like I said, Shane was a heck of an athlete. He went through some stuff late in life, man. But the issue is, like, we know for sure, in his heart, he was a great man. He was a great man because he, just as hard as he had issues, he loved even better. So rest in heaven, Shane Daly.
I could say that from the time I met him, he was always like, man, that's your brother, you know. Y'all, we were always cool. And every time you saw him, if one thing you could say, every time you saw Shane, he was going to be smiling, man. He was going to be laughing. He was going to be smiling. he was gonna be joking, man.
Yeah.
Listen, I want to say this. Normally, I give my motivational moments at the end. I'm gonna start it off real quick. If you got people in your life that you love and care about, don't let a day go by without telling them you love and you care about them. You know what I'm saying? Life is not a commercial. You don't have time to rehearse. You don't have the opportunity to get a do-over once somebody's gone. They are gone. And say what you need to say to a person before they pass. You know what I'm saying? Love on them. Give them their flowers. That's why old people would always say, man, give me my flowers while I'm around to smell them. I say that all the time, man. Give someone their flowers while they're around to smell them. Yeah, if you, it's okay. You done told them they goldfish couldn't swim and they dog couldn't bark. You know, I mean, you done said something crazy to them. It's all right. Go back and just let them know, man, I love you. It don't stop me from loving on you, and I'm gonna continue to do that. We're gonna bring a Miami Heat guest in because we've been doing a lot of talking about the NBA, and we definitely haven't addressed the Heat. But I'm gonna bring a guest in to talk about the Miami Heat. But I want to ask you guys, because we're gonna transition into this, and I'm gonna make sure that I share it. Who was the most menacing character out of any series that you've seen, like Snowfall, Power, The Wire, Breaking Bad? Who was the character you was like, oh man, he played his part? This dude here kind of scary. Who was one of those for you?
Does it got to be a series?
No, it don't have to be. It could be a movie.
Nino Brown, bro. I'm taking it back to the original, bro. Nino Brown was ruthless, man. That dude had, like, when you got the whole identity, you know, because we used to watch movies and stuff when we was little, and, you know, we watched the Italian movies and all whatever else. But Nino Brown was the first dude outside of Bumpy Johnson I ever seen portrayed on the big screen. And I was like, this dude is heartless, bro. This dude is straight up heartless. So I got to give it the original Nino Brown, man. Ruthless Nino Brown.
Tell you who you got.
Hey, man, first I want to address the comment Gavin Anthony asked, was we all from Youngstown? I'm the only one that really from Youngstown, Gavin. My mom moved to Lima when I was 7 years old, and you know, her and my dad divorced, and I would go to Youngstown every summer, every Christmas until I was about 14 or 15. But everything we talking about happened in Northwest Ohio, Lima, Ohio, about an hour south of Toledo, and hour and a half south of Detroit. So that's where we was at.
Yeah.
But in regards to your question, Big G took me another direction, man. I was ready to say a character, and since I had him in my head already, I'm gonna say that. But I'm gonna give you my movie one too. My character is Tommy Power.
Okay,
Tommy.
Tommy crazy.
Cancer Christmas. I love it. Yeah.
You know, and my one for the movie, because Big G took me back, man. I gotta say Bishop, man.
Yeah, Bishop. Oh, Bishop. Yes, sir.
I mean, Tupac acted that role so good, man. You really didn't like that dude, man.
You thought he was really him. You thought that was his character.
You thought that was Tupac. That's a good one, Claude.
Yeah.
Lonzo Harris. I like it. Mine was Lamar from BMF, and that's what I'm talking. Hey, look, I'm just gonna tell you.
He crazy, but Big Meech wasn't scared of him. He was crazy though.
Yeah.
Menacing. Hey, and this is what I have. This is Denver, Miami. It is what it is. Denver.
Hey, you can't stop the rain. Can't stop the rain when it starts to pour.
Brother, man was crazy. And I'm gonna tell you something. As we bring on our Miami guest, I guess for the Heat, I'm gonna tell you, it's about over, man. They finna gentleman sweep the Heat, and I'm gonna tell you, Big G had Denver winning from the very beginning. I said Denver was gonna be there. I didn't say they were gonna win. Hold it.
I had Denver winning it from the preseason.
That's what I said.
Let's get that Detroit right. Let's get that Detroit. Yeah.
I have several answers to the question that you just asked, and I'm kind of ashamed that none of y'all mentioned Omar at all.
Well,
that's the
I
right
said
answer.
The Wire. Omar was
one of them.
Omar
yeah.
is, and then if we're going like back, Tate hit it on the head for me. I was gonna say Bishop as well. Bishop is because you never knew, you didn't know why. You're just like, oh, he's just killing.
You know what? I am crazy.
And then
I don't give up.
Sure. And many.
And then if we're taking a superhero, you gotta give it to like Joker and Bane collectively, because both of them just menaces to society. And yeah. Anyway, but those are my answers when you asked that question. I had like 5 of them, just real quick.
All right. Well, Sensei, appreciate you. I'm gonna not call you Sensei today. I'm gonna call you Chris. Now, get this. We have talked a lot about Denver, right?
Yeah.
We talk a lot about Denver. But I want to hear something about the Heat and why they're here and what's going on. And do you think that they have a chance to kind of bring this series back and get back in it?
So I'm gonna go from the beginning of the season, like Big G did. Last season we came in first place in the East, I believe. And then we come into this season. I have high hopes, right? I have high hopes, and it just is not there. Like the product on the court is just there's been times where I'm watching my team, like I root for the Heat. That's my team. And my second favorite team has been the Rockets, right? There's been times where I'm watching my team and it's just an unwatchable product. Like I'm not having fun watching the games. Example is like when Russell Westbrook was on the Rockets and they were playing LeBron and the Lakers. I just could not watch those games because it just was an unwatchable product. I had no fun. And during this season, I had a similar feeling. Like, yo, bro, like, what are y'all doing up here? Tyler Hero was not sixth man caliber. It just seemed like Kyle Lowry was really bad. It just seemed like everybody had kind of taken a step back. And these undrafted players were not doing the things that they are doing now then, right? So we get to the playoffs. It's our anniversary. It's me and my wife's anniversary when we're playing the Bulls, I believe. And I'm telling my wife, like, hey, I know it's our anniversary and I'm cool not watching the game because we gonna lose. So I don't even need to see it because I already know what's gonna happen. And we get in the playoffs and we beat the Bucks. And since then, it's just been found money. Like I've just been having a great time. So that's kind of been the experience as far as like a fan goes. Is I'm partying any way it goes. I'm having a party.
So, but do you think that they have a chance? Those are my questions. Do you think that they have a chance to climb back in this series? And what have you thought by watching this series? I mean, has it been like, oh man, we got a chance, or is it like we got no chance?
I don't think we have a chance. If I'm being completely honest with you guys, I think Denver is a fantastic team. I think Joker is the best player in the league right now. Didn't really love watching him before. Still is. You have to learn how to watch him. I feel like like our family is kind of like a basketball family at this point. So I love ball. Don't love Jokic's game. So
He old school, man. That's why you don't
Tim
like
Duncan's
him.
Old school. Like I can watch Dunk. You know what I mean?
This Larry Bird. This Larry Bird.
As sinners.
Seen it before. Just let Larry Bird reincarnated.
You haven't seen it before at that height.
Tim Duncan may be old school to you. I agree. But he's not old school to the OGs up here.
Wait. Joker is 6'11". Is he 7'8"? Is that?
No, he's 6'11". 6'11".
So Larry Bird was 6'10".
6'9".
And that coordination. His game's a little different.
No, Larry Bird was a lot more athletic. I mean, Joker's athletic, but Larry Bird was a lot more athletic.
Man, y'all putting too much on these cats and say they athletic. They're just great.
Larry Bird is more. Everybody's more athletic than Joker. Well,
that's what I'm saying. They about equal athletes. Joker a lot more athletic than Larry Bird. Yeah. They just great.
No, Joker's not more athletic than Larry, but Larry Bird's more athletic than the Joker was.
No, I just said. Well, neither one of them are separating much from each other.
How did I say it? Did I say Larry Bird is more athletic? Because that's what I meant.
Yeah.
I mean, you could just take athletic off both of them. No need to put that there. Highly skilled basketball players with high IQs that probably are two of the top 5 front court passers of all time.
I mean, Larry Legend could run the floor. Larry Legend would tell you what he was gonna do, and then he would do it to you. I mean, Larry Legend. I mean, he was insulted. He was insulted if you didn't put a black player on him. He felt like, for real, this was, I mean, he was doing Dominique Wilkins and them dirty. I mean, when I say athletic, I mean it. He diving on the floor, he throwing passes behind his back, you know what I'm saying, throwing stuff between his legs. I mean, he was athletic. He wasn't
that's just a great motor, highly skilled and high IQ. Get athletic out of here, man.
If we're going back to Joker, I think all 4 of us could probably beat this man a 40-yard dash, like right now.
Hey, pull up.
Take your shoes off and stretch. You'll beat him.
Put up Lamar Thomas comment. Put up Lamar Thomas' last comment.
Oh my God!
Oh, yeah, I agree, Lamar. I agree with what you just said.
That's what I've been saying all along.
Yeah, I agree. I agree for sure, man.
If we're going back to Miami, like Jimmy has been all world. Kyle Lowry has been the feisty vet that you hate to play. Basically the old head that you put on the court that knows all the rules and is gonna get you just on technicalities. And that's been fun to root for. No Tyler Hero, which is kind of weird because you would think he would fit right along in this mix, but I'm kind of scared for him to come back. The Gabe Vincents and the Caleb Martins of the world have been fantastic to see turn into actually something. And this is something, like, as a Heat fan, that we've been doing. It just hasn't. I don't know that we've ever made a Caleb Martin or a Gabe Vincent. Like, it's never been at that level, but it's always been like contributors that were non-drafted players before, which is why we got 7 of them. You know, it's kind of
hold on.
And I'm gonna pose this for the whole panel. Would this be a different series if we had Tyler Hero and Victor Oladipo in the game? Would this have been a different series? Because you know the Heat is missing those 2 elements. I'm gonna start with you, Tate, and then we'll get to Chris.
Tyler Hero, no. Tyler Hero brings offense. That's kind of what the Heat needs, but he's a defensive liability. Victor Oladipo, with his athleticism, because that's an athlete. Victor Oladipo's an athlete. With his athleticism, he can make a difference on the defensive end. Maybe give Jamal Murray some trouble. Not a lot of trouble. Be another body to put on another 6 fouls. You know what I mean? So I think Victor Oladipo helps more than Hero. But if Hero gets in the night, we'll see. I mean, when you're down 3-1, you just got to throw whatever against the wall and see if it works.
Hey, I'm telling you right now, it wouldn't have made a world of difference. Denver let them off the hook by 111-108. And that's just because Jamal Murray played super trash, right? But the issue is, Denver the best team in basketball. Denver's actually been the best team in basketball the last 2 years. What's been hurting them is injuries.
They didn't even make out the first round last year.
Bro, they didn't have Jamal Murray. They didn't have Michael Porter Jr.
Hey, Big G. Hey,
everybody
Big G.
was hurt.
I give you all the credit for picking Denver in the preseason.
Yeah.
But when Kevin Durant got traded, you switched to Phoenix. I remember that.
Oh, I said the winner. I said the winner of Phoenix and Denver would win the chip. That's what I said. I said because KD is a hired assassin, and when you put KD on a squad that's got another assassin, Booker, you know, hey, if Denver don't get in Phoenix way, Phoenix hold up that trophy this year. You know, I'm just telling you, and I'm saying it. I'm calling it now, early and often. If there's not a whole bunch of major trades that go down in the NBA where you see dudes trade coast to coast and best players on teams, or they break up Boston, and Denver don't have no injuries, they gonna win that bad baby again.
It's not happening. I told you.
Change your opinion. I don't think that's too bad. Especially if Kevin Durant enters the conference, like you gotta kind of consider that. But the thing that when people say Heat culture, right? There's a lot of like culture talk about my team. One of what that means to me is like these people go to work. They're lunch pail. They all play defense. there's been several times where I've been like, that dude's a Heat player, and one of those people was like Victor Oladipo.
Yeah.
But because he's his attitude and he plays defense and he's feisty, and so like when you talk about Tyler Hero's defense being a liability, it's like Kevin Love is on the team, Duncan Robinson's on the team. Like there are plenty of liability defense players, but they play better for us because of the way that Spoelstra draws it up and just the culture of the team, right? Like they don't turn into world beaters, but they're functional defensive players now, or at least in the big moments, right? So I think Tyler Hero would be fine, and ultimately I think it's gonna be 4-2. I think even with Oladipo,
4-2.
I think we get this game that's coming up. I would be very shocked if we just got gentlemen sweep. And I'm gonna talk about like how I think we play here in a second. I think Denver's a fantastic team, but just going back to the defensive point, I think Tyler Hero would be fine. And I think honestly we'd still end up in a 4-2 sweep, even if we were all loaded. We still end up 4-2.
I don't know, man. Take what you think, man. You think they're gonna win it? You think Denver gonna let them get out of there?
I think Miami wins the next game. I mean, and you know, Tyler Hero not gonna make much of a difference. I mean, he gets a little more offensive juice. The thing is, I need Jimmy Butler to play like he played against the Knicks, and I need Bam Adebayo to stop missing bunnies, man. Bam missed so many shots right inside the lane, man.
Yeah.
Thomas is right.
What Thomas said? Because Bam makes everyone. He does because he's a point guard. He's a point forward or whatever you want to. He sets up the offense, but he ain't got no answer for the Joker. No. Joker.
Well, nobody's got an answer for the Joker.
There's not an answer for the Joker in the whole NBA. There ain't an answer.
The answer is foul trouble. That's the answer. And even then,
they proved they didn't need it. They went 5 minutes without Joker on the floor, and they extended the lead.
I was very disappointed in that.
Yeah, they
such a basketball.
They ain't extended. It went from 10 when Joker went out to 9. They took 1 point off the lead.
Yeah.
But I mean, the way to play Joker, you can't stop him on offense. You got to go at him when he on defense.
Even then, he still uses his length effectively. Like he's not
he's not after. You go at Joker. Give me Jimmy Butler just going at his body and going up and getting free throws, getting in the penalty.
So when we talk about like Kyrie Irving and like my man Trae Young and like these guard or even Isaiah Thomas, they're playable because their offense is so good, right? And their minuses on defense. But and you look at Joker and he's not as bad of a defender as like these small guards. Like
he's not. But he plays defense in the paint, and if you go at him, you can draw fouls.
But my point is like the offense is so great that he's gonna outweigh that defensive deficiency. Like he just is.
I agree with that. That's why you get him in foul trouble, though. I'm saying get him in foul trouble. That's what I'm saying.
So I got a question just to ask. Basketball, regardless if it's played at the 3-point line or in the paint, is played draw to and kick, right? That's what basketball's all about, draw to and kick, right? I think offensively and defensively, Joker probably is the soundest offense transition to defense, draw to and kick player in the whole league. He knows how to stay out of foul trouble. You know, he knows.
I mean, but with that happening with Joker, you got to understand, Joker's not trying to contest a whole bunch of shots. He's not jumping. He's not flying around. So therefore, he's going to minimize all of
his body, Ma. You go at his body.
I totally agree. He can be had. You can put him in foul trouble, but you'd have to go at him, and that'd have to be an intentional thing. Bam doesn't go at Joker like that. He won't go at Joker like that. And I'm going to tell you something.
I'm going to disagree with that point real quick because in the span of like 30 seconds, Bam picked up 3 fouls or 2 fouls on Joker within the last game. That was Bam by himself picked up those 3 fouls in the third quarter. Does he do
that consistently?
He wasn't going at him. Well, one was an offensive foul where Bam flopped. I'm glad he got it, but that 5th one was an offensive foul where Bam flopped. It ain't like it ain't like you attack him in the
You
paint.
have to do that consciously. You have to flop.
No, you do, but that's not going at him though.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. You got to do it consistently too. If you're not doing it consistently, you're not doing it. You know what I'm saying? It's a consistent thing. But I will say this though. I will say this while we're on the subject of Joker this year in the playoffs, Joker has outdid Shaq's greatest year, and it's crazy to think about. It's crazy to think about because in the end, are we gonna be saying that Joker's one of the top 10 players to ever play the game? Is that what we're looking at?
If he had another 4-year run like he had his last 4 years, I agree.
He has to be.
If Joker gets the chip, which he's going to get, and he's going to get the Finals MVP, which he's going to get, and he wins it next year, Joker top 15 all time.
If he win this year, if he win it
this year and get the Finals MVP, and next year gets the chip.
You said next year. Okay,
you top 15 all time.
You getting way too far ahead. But my thing, my last point on this is with Bam. How many times you seen Bam settle for that free throw jumper instead of closing the ground between him and Joker and going at the basket? He's settling. I don't care if that's his game. You got to do what needs to be done. You need to get Joker in foul trouble.
Yeah. So here's the deal. Let me address some comments. Lamar Thomas said, I agree, Tay-Boy Fresh. You need to attack Joker on the defensive end. Bam should be having a field day. We got some Facebook comments here. Let's see. Mike and Amber Holbrook said Omar was their character. Omar from the Wire. Amanda Gurley said, hello, family. What's up, sis? Shalina Ramsey said we have to trade CP3 and Phoenix. Them Kentucky Wildcat players hit different. That's from our Facebook comments.
Hey, man, shout out to Shalina, one of the best home ec classmates I had back in Lyman Senior High School, man.
Listen, and Claude Bishop said Shaq would foul Joker out. Yeah, Shaq was dominant. I'm gonna tell you something.
Shaq
Claude is right. See, y'all get too carried away with stat stuff. It look good in the stat sheet, and Joker is great, but you can't say Joker better than Shaq.
But no, I didn't say that. I said top 15. I said top. Shaq top 7, 8 ever. Shaq ain't going nowhere, dog. Shaq got a whole bunch of chips, a whole bunch of MVPs.
Is that laughable, Tate?
No, I'm laughing because he's no. Shaq, I agree with him completely. Okay. Yeah. I'm laughing like because you gotta have Shaq up there.
Shaq top 7 or 8 at all time, top 7 or 8, and nobody, maybe except for Wilt Chamberlain, had an actual answer for Shaq, but we never saw that. I saw Shaq destroy Akeem Olajuwon. I saw him destroy David Robertson. I saw him destroy Patrick Ewing, and the list goes on and on. He was busting big man's head. So in the thing of it, he's not. But as far as skill set, guard mentality, playing big man, Joker might be the best ever.
I think you're right. I tend to agree with you. On Joker's overall talent, and I agree with the statement of like if he goes on a back-to-back, we're already putting him in the top 15. He's got 2 MVPs already. That counts for something.
And he got robbed out of one this year.
So check it out. Big G. Everybody you named Shaq went against was a Hall of Famer. Yeah. I don't think Joker's going against no Hall of Fame 5 that's in the league right now, and that's including Joel Embiid.
You don't think Embiid going to the Hall of Fame?
He ain't going yet.
I don't know. I don't think Embiid has done enough. I mean, Embiid is one of those that Joel Embiid is just one of them that's like big. He's nice. He got a nice game. He'll be appreciated. But do I think he's a great? No, I don't think he's a great. I think Dwight Howard in his ay was probably better.
Dwight Howard
Embiid?
Yeah.
Dwight Howard Hall of Famer already. I think.
Stop it, Ma. Stop. See, you was gonna make me get the sign today, bro. Stop it, bro.
Yeah,
Dwight Howard is not better than Joel Embiid. No. Joel Embiid is a beast, bro. He's a beast.
I don't know, bro. Like, I mean, I'm honestly, if you think about what now think about this, Dwight Howard's gonna go to the Hall.
Okay.
I got one question for that argument. Did Dwight Howard ever have anybody that in the playoffs was bigger than the dude and decided not to dunk on his team?
You talking about when he played for the Orlando Magic?
Yeah, did he ever have anybody on his team that was like, I'm super big, let me not dunk?
No, he didn't have nobody standing in front of him because Dwight Howard lost to dunking.
Well, he
didn't have nobody standing in front of him.
I'm talking about a teammate. Did Dwight Howard ever have a teammate like that?
Yeah.
No. Dwight Howard would have got. Dwight Howard is just a little bit better version of Bam, in my opinion. He's a little bit more athletic. He's definitely more scrappy on the defensive end as far as comparison.
He was definitely more scrappy on the defensive end.
But Shaquilicus O'Nealicus, come on, dog. Shaquilicus O'Nealicus, man.
Claude's comment. Thanks for bringing the fact, Claude.
What he said.
And
that's true.
And I gotta go to Sports Casual's comment about he'd rather set a team with Joker than Shaq, and I would agree. Yeah, in today's game, but that game back then, nah, Joker couldn't dare put up with what Shaq had to put up with.
Yeah,
there's no wrong choice there, honestly. Shaq changed the game, like with his body and the way he threw it around, and just he was a sheer force of nature. I think Joker's also changing the game now with the same kind of things, but just not defensive liability.
Well, they changed the rules because Hack-a-Shaq.
Right.
You know, I mean, when you start talking about all-time great, Tate, this is why I'm agreeing with you about maybe the greatest center that ever played in Shaquilicus O'Nealicus, because they changed the game. Anytime you're a great like that, they change the rules for you, bro. And they changed the game because they were destroying Hack.
Just Big G, just be mindful of the moment and understand, like he said, don't be prisoners of the moment with the Shaq and Jokic comparisons. Understanding that people would draft big men just to have a body to foul Shaq. It didn't matter if you were good. True. They were just drafting big men to foul Shaq.
I think that's just because Shaq had an obvious weakness, right? Is that Shaq's scientific name? Shaq had a point where you could hit him and so does Joker, right? Like Joker's is you can blow by him on defense. So people were doing this and it still wasn't working. I don't know. I think obviously Shaq is the greater player, has the greater career, but I think when it's all said and done, Joker's name is gonna carry the similar weight.
It's gonna carry some weight. I mean, but the thing about it that's funny is Joker shoots from the 3-point line what Shaq shot from the free throw line, and that's crazy.
Yeah, he out there busting three. Larry Bird, bro. I'm telling you, Larry Bird. He's just like, he's a bigger version of Bird. He's just like Bird, bro. His dribble game is nice because I done seen him get the rebound and go. I done seen him doing it and be like, you know. So
yeah.
To Sports Casual's comment, man, I agree with you there. The culture I want, the team I want, is all tough guys. All guys is gonna go get it. Guys is gonna try and dunk on your head every single time. That's gonna try and swat your shot into the stands and everything. Them the players I want. So I'm more pro Shaq in the team building aspect of it because I want that kind of team.
So just Chris, to kind of take you out of here, what does Miami need to do if they don't win it? If they don't win it all this year, let's say they lose this next game they're about to play. What do they need to do in the offseason to be better? What is it that they need to do?
I'm gonna wait. Tate, what are you saying, Tate?
Dame time.
Okay.
That's what Miami need to do.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So before I'm gonna answer that question, but before I wanted to talk about a little bit about the finals real quick, just because we're in it, right? So I expect us to lose because obviously we have less talent. Our team cannot make any mistakes. Like if in this next game we have 5 turnovers, we lost it. Like you could just call it. 5. We cannot make any mistakes. against.
Wow, 5 turnovers is a really low amount though.
Yeah, it is.
And we're good shooters. I heard a stat that was like it was similar to this. If I misquoted, then my bad. But we had more plus shooting nights than the Golden State Warriors team that won. I think that broke the record that year. Like than they've ever had, maybe. Like it was something like that. It was something like we've had more shooting nights than plus shooting nights than the Golden State Warriors. So obviously we can shoot. We need that to win. So if we don't do that, if we're not hitting our threes and we're not and then we're turning the ball over, it's over with. But as far as this off season, it's hard. I'm going to say this about every team. It's kind of hard right now in the offseason because there's no free agents really out there. It's Kyrie, Draymond's going back to Golden State. And then that's pretty much, I guess CP3's out there, but we have Kyle Lowry. So unless we get him off the books, like I don't know what really to do. I guess you hope Tyler Hero's there. And you hope that Gabe Vincent and Caleb Martin signed. You hope Gabe Vincent comes back, or you manufacture some kind of depth, and you hope that your scouting department doesn't leave, or that they've trained, they've rose up some people that can do the same kind of thing.
Well, Miami can afford 2 max players outside of their current roster as their structure.
He's coming off the books.
Miami can get. They have the affordability. They can get 2 max. They got room. So it's a matter of do they really go big game hunting? You know, because if they go big game hunting,
Lowry's a max, right? And then Bam's a max. Tyler Hero starts his max next year. I think that's what happened.
They got room. They can get 2 if they wanted to. They can get them.
So but and who finish out, Chris? Because I mean, I honestly, Tom, I'll just some of the comments. Thomas said, "I'll give you Kyrie for Bam." Talking about the Mavericks. Lamar said it's even crazy that y'all are mentioning Jokic's name in the same sentence as Shaq. Claude said, I agree. Afton said, who does G. Stradamus think's gonna win? Hold that, because we'll get his opinion here in just a second. Lamar Thomas said, y'all definitely gonna have 5 turnovers. So you go fishing, basically, is what he's saying. Let's see here.
You got some comments from Randall Harris on Facebook too.
Thomas said that's a Pat Riley and Spo. They're not going anywhere on the scouting department. I believe that.
Yeah.
And then Timothy Lyons came in the chat. What's up, Tim? How you doing, man? We ain't heard from you in a minute. Good to see you. Now let's check out our Facebook comments real quick. Let's see here. Tate, can you see it? I don't see that comment.
Yeah, Randall Harris says Shaq would be averaging 40 and 20 against this small Heat lineup. Embiid is not a great yet. Agreed. He also said they snub Howard from top 75. Dwight Howard made top 75, didn't he? Or he did?
No, he did not. They snubbed him.
AD made it before he did. AD made it.
I don't know if they snubbed him. He might be about 77, 78.
Nah, people don't really mess with Dwight Howard in the league like that. Like people
they put always down in there before him.
Always down made it. It's great.
NBA changed rules for Wilt Shaq to make it more difficult for them. NBA changed rules for the skilled guards to make it easier for them.
That is correct.
Agreed. Agreed.
I don't know. I don't know about that last part, but I agree with that first part.
No, you can't hand check or nothing. Defense totally different than it was back 25 years ago.
I hear what you're saying, but me and Big G have gone back and forth about
this. They want the
topic.
NBA.
I'm not going to derail the podcast on that, but yeah,
the NBA wants freedom of motion for their wing and skill players. Freedom of motion.
Correct.
This is true. Timothy Lyons thought I'd come in here and remind Big G Luka's first team NBA and MJ is still the GOATness. Yep. Remind him of that.
There you go, Timothy. Get your sign of the day. Hot trash Luka. He's trash.
Luka's not trash, bro.
He's trash.
He's
not trash.
Oh, that's why I was asked about Luka earlier. Okay. So I want to answer that question. Luka's not trash. Me and Big B have actually went back and forth about his definition of trash. His definition of trash is super trash. It's not good. It's not good definition of trash. Luka is obviously a talented player, and is going to go on to do great things in the league. Like that's just, especially if he's not on Dallas, because I don't really trust that organization.
Tate, you know how you asked me the rankings of the signs?
Yeah.
So you know you go trash, hot trash, dumpster fire, tire fire. I got one coming before there, and it's a word that we use as kids. I ain't gonna tell them. I'm gonna tell you off camera, and that's the lowest of the low. And I promise you, the first person that's getting it is Luka. He getting the sign. So
Luka,
you looking for the sign next week.
Luka is top 10. Luka is top 10. Embiid is top 10. Imagine if they both got in shape.
Yeah, Embiid,
imagine
Zion
if Luka got in shape. Huh. Oh my. Timothy Lyons says, I like this guy. Keep him on. Since Chris, you got some fans already. Claude Bishop said, Howard was snubbed from the top 75 without a doubt, and no way AD should have been on it. Always down. I don't know if he did enough to be on it. I would agree. And then Claude said at least three of the four know basketball.
I ain't worried about Claude. I ain't worried about him.
Listen, so
Claude, I picked Denver to win the chip in the preseason, so I got to know something.
Yeah, well, even a blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while.
That's Gistrodamus. I can see through. I can see through and see the end. Gistrodamus.
So last question here, Chris, man, before we let you go. Definitely, when we're talking about Miami, who would be the player you would go after to make Miami just the player you would go after? We all keep hearing the Dame Dollar, you know what I'm saying? We all keep hearing Dame time, but who would you go after to make them better?
So I've said this before. There's like a list of players that I think are like Miami Heat players, right? And a lot of them are young and in contracts, right? I would say, what's my boy from minute? Ant-Man would be a good
Anthony
Miami
Edwards
Heat player.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander be a great Miami Heat player.
Ain't giving him up.
Right. So like, there's a lot of people that are younger in contract.
Realistic options.
I'm getting there. I think Dame would be a good player. I just would be worried about him being over the hill a little bit. But I guess it would be more than we're getting from Kyle Lowry, right? Like it would, and so that's probably who I would say to focus on. I think I also would. This is gonna sound bad, but if he would accept a reserve role, I think I would go after Russell Westbrook because he would play good defense and he could play next to Tyler Hero off the bench.
Trash.
But you don't allow him to sink your team, and like Miami is Fred VanVleet is good too. You don't allow him to sink your team. I think I prefer. Let's talk about Fred VanVleet because I'm just bailing this Russell Westbrook take. Thank you for bailing me out. Yeah, no, Fred VanVleet is a Miami Heat player too. I've said that a lot of times. It's actually crazy we got Kyle and not Fred. So somebody like that. I don't think we need another guard. We really need bigs.
Thank you. I was waiting on it.
I don't know, like outside of Draymond Green, which really doesn't solve the problem. Like I don't know who's out there in free agency to get like that. So that would be my hesitancy.
Tate, I got a question to ask Tate because we do that Rather's Cavaliers thing. Would you trade Mitchell Head up for buckets?
No.
I think we say no to that too.
No, y'all wouldn't say no to that. Y'all probably would. Y'all probably would because Jimmy Butler is the epitome of Heat culture since Dwayne Wade has been gone.
Right.
Jimmy Butler 33, D Mitchell 26. Ain't no way I'm making that trade.
I hear you. I just want to see what you say, man. For sure.
But as far as free agents out there, KP free agent. Siakam free agent. I mean, that's what everybody need to be looking at.
Him and Bam together would be nice.
That's what everybody needs.
They have the same skill set though, so like you would be running the same player twice, which I guess isn't bad. They're not bad players, but
they're both 6'9", 6'10" though. So I think you can get away with that. But unlike having two small guards with the same skill set.
Yeah, he's only 30. That's a guy that I would probably try to keep around. Sheesh. What's my guy over there at who played at Texas? They were trying to deal him at. He was over at Indiana. That's somebody who
Miles Turner. Miles Turner.
He's a Heat type of player to me, right?
That's a plus pick. It just depend on who we give up to get him.
Yeah.
Is he a free agent?
No, he's not a free agent.
But he's been on the trade market for a year and a half now.
Right.
Yeah, you'd have to give up somebody to get him, but I still think that he would help the team. Well, Sensei, man, Chris, I appreciate you for coming on and helping us, man, today, talk about the Heat, man. I will holler at you. Good friend of the show. You're going to see him again soon, man.
My guys, follow me at We Are Chosen on Instagram. Talk to y'all later.
All right, boy. So, man, listen, so we went through, we said what Denver was going to do. We've already talked about it. G. Stradamus, you do have a prediction that you're going to have to deal out before we get on out of here on the finals. But we're about to jump into a big trade brewing into the NFL, man. But, G, tell me who you think is going to win this series. After that, and we have to say something.
I said Denver in 4 to start out with, so now it's Denver in 5. It's over. This bad boy is over. They hosting that trophy up. Joker's the MVP, and they ride off into the sunset. And they go, and like I said, barring any major, huge shakeup in the NBA, and if they don't have any major injuries, they running it back. Mark Malone is the top 3 coach in the NBA. Y'all better stop sleeping on him, man. This dude knows what he's talking about. And he gets the most out of guys like Aaron Gordon and Michael Porter Jr.
Put the fire up, Ma. Put it
up. I don't care.
That's a hot take.
I'll take it. They getting the chip.
So
they getting back to back.
Well, let's get on this. We're going to pivot a little bit, man. Let's talk about this proposed trade, about what's happening over here with the Redskins or the Commanders giving up Chase Young. Talk to me about that, G.
So this is something that I think me and Tate, we've been talking back and forth. At least I know all today, but we've been keeping our eyes on it. Because at first it was like just propaganda and a lot of chirping. So now we've got confirmed reports from, Fans First Sports Network, Steel Curtain Network, behind the scenes folks. And they saying that this just ain't chirping. This is like a real thing that the Pittsburgh Steelers organization is looking at. And they've already put up some of the trade proposals. They're talking about giving up a 2nd round next year, giving up a 6th round the year after that, and then, hey, we go get Chase Young. So if we get him, I've already told Ma this is the first time Tate gonna hear me say it. If Chase Young comes to the Pittsburgh Steelers, we're winning the chip. Because we have the best defense in the league. We're winning the chip. How you gonna stop TJ Watt, Alonzo Highsmith, Cam Hayward, and Chase Young? You can't stop. There's no way you can stop that pass rush. The quarterback has absolutely no time. It's 1001, 1002, the ball better be gone, or he's going to get popped every single dang on time. You can't block it. There's no way you can block it, let alone if you send another guy in. That's 4. You're going to need all 5 plus a tight end to get him. You can't get him.
The Steelers are currently 5th to get, with the Bet Online, 5th to get him. The Giants 1st, Chicago 2nd, Seattle 3rd, Detroit 4th, and then the Steelers. How do we feel about him going to any of those places?
I'll let Tate answer that, man.
Hey, man. Alonzo Highsmith played running back for the Hurricanes in the 80s.
You know what I'm talking about. My man
Alex Highsmith.
Alex Highsmith. Yeah, I've been cheering. You got me, bro, for sure.
Hey, man, but those teams may be Vegas odds higher, but when you got the con artists, man, every deal he's been pulled off since he's been GM has been a plus deal. Every single one. I don't know why Claude, the Steelers fan, is talking about no Chase Young. Claude's talking about no Bud Dupree. What you want, Claude?
He said no to Chase Young. They said Watt and Young are hurt by week 6. And Thomas said Chase Young has 1.5 sacks in his last 12 games.
Yeah, well, he coming off injury in that system. If he played for the Steelers, though,
yeah.
Hey, I'm not jumping out there like Big G and say they're gonna be going to the Super Bowl. I'm not saying that. Playoff team. In order to compete for the Super Bowl, I gotta see that offense click.
Let me add tape, but do we have the number one defense? If we got Chase Young, do we have the number one defense in the league?
Yeah, we top 5 right now.
Yeah,
so if we
go
added Chase Young, I believe if we got Chase Young, we probably talking about
who is the top 5? Who's the top 5 defense in the NFL right now?
Top 5 defense off the top of my head.
No order. No order.
Yeah. I got the Steelers in there. I got the Ravens in there.
Yep.
Got the Cowboys in there.
Yep. Philadelphia Eagles.
The Eagles in there. Yeah.
Yep. And who's number 5?
Man, San Francisco
49ers.
That's why I was probably going to say.
Put them in there over the Jets?
Yes. Oh, yes. The 49ers is the number one defense in the league.
We talking about teams that have defensive pedigree and consistency. The Jets had a good year last year. They can come back and maybe do it again, but I'm not going to throw them up there just yet. They're top 10 defense.
I get it. And I agree with your top 5. I agree with your 5. Your 5 is nice. Definitely do that. So, man, we're going to get to our parting shots, man, as we getting ready to get out of here. But before I do, I need to get some of these comments. Afton said, I bet Pay wouldn't mind if he went to Chicago. I bet you're right, Afton.
He cried. He break down crying, Afton. He cried. He cried on air. He cried.
And she said, it depends on how bad the Steelers want him. Omar won't overpay. And Claude said, Chase is always hurt, man. That's what he's saying. He don't want him. Chase is always hurt.
Listen, bro, we don't need him to be he's still a top 100 NFL player. We just need the boy to come in and hold it down on one side. Because where you going?
Hey, George Pickens was hurt. They said Darnell Washington was hurt. Sometimes you just shoot the dice and take a chance on upside and pedigree, Claude.
Man, that's what I'm talking about, Tate.
Sometimes you just shake it. Sometimes you just shaking the dice.
And let it roll, baby. Because, like I said, if you got Highsmith and Hayward on this side, and you got Watt and Young on this side, what you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
And then you still got Marcus Golden as your 4th rusher.
That's what I'm trying, bro. Come on, man. And then they bring the rookie from Wisconsin in to just spell Watt for a second because he's got a high motor and all whatever else. Man, these boys is causing problems, man. That would cause a lot. That's what the Steelers want. They don't want just solid players. They want playmakers. That's why you bring in Patrick Peterson. That's why you got T.J. Watt, Minka back there. They want playmakers.
You guys saw what Patrick. You saw what Patrick P said about Lil Joey, huh?
Yeah, he said he's a dog. He said he's a dog. He
said he has the potential to be better than me. Not me, but Pat P.
Yeah.
And Pat P was saying that the other kid, the Trice kid from Purdue, is probably would start if I wasn't here. He said that. He said the dude would start if I wasn't here. He'd start. Come on, man. We know what time it is in Pittsburgh land. Don't get me started.
Timothy Lyons says Steelers had the number 1 defense in the AFC North, number 4th offense.
I agree.
Claude Bishop said both of your takes are dumpster fire.
Claude, Claude, we about to get you another sign, Claude. I'm gonna make a sign just for you. But right now, it's scrub. Scrub.
Well, we got parting shots, man. I'm gonna start with you, Tate, because you wearing part of your parting shot on your body, man. So let's talk about it.
Hey, man, I want y'all just to remember. Some of these names, man. Will Benson, Spencer Steer, Matt McCain, Tyler Stevenson, Nove Marte, Christian Incarcinone Strand, Brandon Williamson, Levi Stroud, Graham Mastrev, Nick Lodolo, Alex Diaz, Hunter Green, and last but not least, Ellie De La Cruz. Who runs a 40 and 4.3. He has the fastest time from 1st to 3rd this year. The Reds the Reds, out of their last 5 series, have won 4 of the series. They lost against the Brewers. That one kind of hurt because they can make up games on first place.
Yeah.
They beat the Cardinals in the series, the Dodgers in the series, the Red Sox in the series, the Cubs in the series. So I want you to remember these young names from Cincinnati Reds, because me and Big G just be going back and forth all the time. He called them trash. He called them garbage. But the Reds is coming, man. They 31-35 now.
Yeah.
4 games out of fourth place, out of first place.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying, man, the trend is pointing upwards. So I like the Reds. You know, I'm a Reds fan. You see, I got on this crispy white Cincinnati Reds jersey here.
That mug is crispy.
It's crispy. It's crispy, man. I'm telling you. Yeah. But yeah, so I just want to say my parting shot is look out for the Reds. We playing with house money this year. All the players I named are either a rookie or not, or in their 3rd year at the most. So we got a young team we build, and we coming. We coming, Big G.
Timothy Lyons said, Tate's a fan of the Reds now since they winning. Fair weather fan. I have to speak up for him.
He's forever been a Reds fan.
He's been a Reds fan for a while.
It's like I'm a Phillies fan.
Man, hey, come on, man. I've been a Reds fan. My grandfather was a Reds fan. I go way back. I remember they won their last World Series with Barry Larkin in 1990. As far as my baseball team, I'm almost going back as far as going for Super Bowl championships.
Yeah. Take been a Reds fan along. I'm telling you, you've been rocking with them boys since way back in the day.
Forever take shots. Hey man, look, I'm parting shot from G, man. What you got, baby?
Listen, man. So as we enter in the dog days of summer, for y'all that's been rocking with us on the KnoItAllZ for a while, know that this is when G gets in his laboratory to start pulling out stuff for college football and for the NFL. I watch game film, player analysis, OTAs, stuff going on behind the scenes, especially down at the shoe and at the Woody. I got all eyes in, and I'm watching. So I had a conversation with Mod earlier. And I'm calling this on the show, barring injury. And it might be way too early, but Athlon had already put their book out, right? I'm calling the college football playoff Final Four today.
G-Stradamus.
I'm calling it so that way I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear nothing about what it is.
I'm gonna have to get you a slide, G-Stradamus. I'm gonna have to go and make you up one.
Hey, this is it. Georgia, Ohio State, Washington Huskies, and the Texas Longhorns. I'm calling it now. Ooh. I think Washington is the best team in the Pac-12. I think if they get one loss, it'll be on the road at Utah. They're going to beat everybody else they play.
I like Penix coming back, man.
Yeah.
But you said Georgia, Ohio State, and I'm not sold on Ohio State because I don't know what the quarterback going to bring.
Yeah.
Texas. Texas is.
All Texas got to do, there's no threat in the Big 12 because like no, I've been sitting on game tape. I've been watching. The only threat in the Big 12 this year is Kansas and Baylor. Oklahoma's trash. Okie State trash. They all garbage.
So no, two teams from the SEC or the Big 10.
No. But I got a dark horse team. I got 2 dark horse teams. Penn State and Clemson. Penn State could get hot. This is the first year.
What about the U this year?
Nah, man. Nah. This is the first year that I can remember since Robinson played quarterback for Penn State that I'm actually scared about them. Penn State is some dogs. They are, man, on paper, whatnot, however you look at it, they the truth. So Penn State and Clemson plays in such a weak conference in the ACC that they could get hot and run out.
Hey, Thomas, I think you're talking about Big G. Said you were literally insane.
Yeah, no, he said you're literally insane.
I'm telling you.
Texas said, I agree, Thomas.
Texas gonna beat Bama. That's gonna put them in.
I think Texas is gonna beat Bama.
Texas you a Texas fan, man. So there's a reason you think so.
But we got some stumbling blocks. We don't play good in Provo. and we're gonna have to go do that. You know what I'm saying? BYU's on our schedule this year, and you got them other boys on your schedule, H-Town, and it always happens. In-state rival is gonna play us really hard, and we're gonna have to. It'll be a dogfight. But I will tell you, and I said this with my chest. I said it, and I said it. Texas has the number 2 receiving core in the nation. Number 2 receiving core in the nation. Isaiah Nayor, Jordan Winnington,
number 3.
Worthy, DeJounte Cook, who everybody wanted from South Dallas, a baller.
The Washington Huskies have 2 of the top 15 wide receivers in the country.
I
like Ohio State has 2
trying
of the top 15.
These boys ready. And we got the boy Davis, Mitchell, who killed y'all against Georgia, killed Ohio State when Georgia was playing. He transferred to Texas.
Did he kill us, or did the defender fall down and he got behind him?
A little bit of combination of both. Almost cost Jim Knowles his job.
Okay. He wasn't killing like Junior though.
No.
Well,
see, as you see, he said number 2. I say number 3, but let's be
Ohio State
clear.
without a shadow of a doubt is number. I won't even argue that.
Ohio State's second team of wide receivers.
But Big G,
wide receiver.
Out of everybody you said, I like Texas.
Yep.
And I like Washington quarterback better than I do. I don't know what Ohio State and Georgia bringing their quarterback.
That's what I said. I don't know.
LAX. I'm trying to tell you, Tate. Now I got ears down there, ears and eyes. RELAX. Kyle McCord is going to be just fine. He's not. I'm not saying he's going to be freaking CJ Stroud, and he's not Justin Fields. He's a game manager because we have more talent than any other team. We have probably legitimately 7 first-round draft picks on our team. That might go in the first round next year. There's legitimately that much. Just relax. It's gonna be all good. He'll show up big in big games. That's all we need him to do.
Let me address Sports Casual's comment. Isn't Colorado supposed to be good because of Prime? They are, but they're 2 years removed from challenging for a title and a national championship. He need a couple more pieces. He'll win 8 games. He'll definitely win 8 games.
7 or 8.
I don't know if he's gonna be able to beat a team like Washington though. And I'm a Deion Sanders fan. Trust me, I am a Deion Sanders fan.
He'll be
I love
USC.
Prime dude. But it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard for him to go out there and win it out. Now, if he does, Coach of the Year, just gonna give him the trophy. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. I have insider information that says Prime will have trouble keeping players.
He's not. She ain't lying because they got to pay him to keep him in Boulder, Colorado.
Got to pay him
to keep him in Boulder.
There ain't nothing out there. He's got to keep the money out there, man.
I like having Afton. She's our Big 12 feet on the ground out there. Afton, keep pumping us this good news.
I need that. Thomas said Georgia, Michigan, Florida State, and USC.
The Trojan boys is overrated, Thomas. Get off the bandwagon now. I'm telling you, they overrated.
Well, my question would be, where is that USC versus Washington game this year? That's going to be big.
Yeah.
In Washington.
Okay. Well, yeah. Bye-bye, USC.
Yeah, Penix is going to do his thing. Hey, listen. So this is my parting shot, you guys. And I need all of everybody who's in the chat. I'm glad you're still here. What we want to do, I gave y'all my mods motivation early, right? But what we want to do and what we're starting to try to do is, number one, we're going to upgrade a lot of the things that we do here at the podcast, computers, all of those kind of things. We're literally striving to get to the 1K mark as far as everything is concerned with our subscribers. I talked about this earlier. Big G was talking about it earlier. I'm actually going to take that out of Big G's hands. He's finding this out right here on the show. We're going to create t-shirts for the KnoItAllZ. and I'm gonna have some examples next week, or you might see them online. I might even come online just kind of show you guys this. Now I'm asking y'all questions. Everybody in the chat, will you buy a Know It All t-shirt? If you buy a Know It All t-shirt, we're gonna make it up. If y'all won't, we're gonna do something different. But if you would buy a Know It All t-shirt, make sure you hit me up and let us know. I got one in the chat. Everybody, let us know if you'll buy. Timothy Lyons said he'll get it. So that's what we want to see. We want to see. We're doing this so that we can expand our palette and everything that we're doing here at the Know It Alls. We love you guys. We love doing what we do. Thomas said, of course. Claude Bishop said, of course. That's good. Okay, so there will be t-shirts. The next thing, you guys, we have started doing the podcast on Spotify, Apple Music, Stitcher, everywhere that you get a podcast. So if you're in the car or if you're at work and you listen to podcasts, patronize us. You know what I'm saying? I know you listen to us and you do a great job, fabulous job being here on Sundays, but that's another way that we can get it out. And we're going to continue to keep pumping out great content. I mean, next week we should have some professional football players on the show.
Yeah.
And definitely we're just, like I said, we're working to Thomas said the t-shirt will go nice with my Know It All's face tattoo. He's something else. Alvin said Kari, his attitude is a big part of it. He apparently run off over 70 people, players, staff, and that was a couple of months ago. Yeah, but you know what though? To deal with that and deal with that real quick, Afton. They didn't win but one game. I don't want nobody with a losing attitude around me either. You know what I'm saying? If y'all only won one game and y'all look, it wasn't even that you just won one game. You wasn't even in any of those games except one. So you only had the chance to win 2 games the whole year. That's an attitude we want to keep around the program? I don't think so. I don't. There's a lot of people with, you wasn't even in the game. If you were competing and you were trying and you guys were working it out, I mean, you're a Division I college football program. You are not supposed to be called the wrong stuff. It just, you know what I'm saying? It isn't, you know what I'm saying? You're supposed to have some of the right stuff.
They've been this forever.
Yeah, you need a hot garbage sign. Not garbage, but hot garbage. Take the R out, and it should be garbage. That's a new sign.
I'm going to let y'all know. Next week, be looking for the lowest of the low. Like I said, it's trash, hot trash, dumpster fire, tire fire, and we're going to the lowest of the low next week.
And Claude said they're in a total rebuild mode. I agree. Prom's cleaning house. He's just cleaning house. And he has to. But back to the Know It Alls. You guys, please share and tell people that we're on Stitcher and all these other platforms with, Apple Music, Spotify. All we're really working at doing is creating a fan base that supports you guys as well as they do us, because you guys were the very beginning. Y'all are the foundation, and we want to keep making our content for you, not for anybody else. We're making it for you, and we appreciate all of you guys. You all feel like family. We love looking for you in the chat. Timothy is always gonna come for Big G. We know that Claude is coming for Big G because of the Luca takes. We know that, you know what I'm saying? And Afton's going to give us some good stuff. She is our boots on the ground, and Thomas is here to give us a whole bunch of sarcasm inside of the comments, and I love that. So, and Carrie is starting to be a very interesting part of it. Claude, like I said, everybody who's been here, Javante, all of you guys who's been here in the chat, we really appreciate you guys, and thank you guys for watching. Yeah, Claude and G are always gonna go back and forth. I can't lead the sports casual. I gotta say something to you. Lamar Thomas, I gotta say something to you. Thank you so very much. Let's see here. Just going up, getting everybody who commented in the chat today.
Well, you got the Facebook people too.
Oh yeah, we're gonna get
Jesse Lowe, Randall Harris,
Gavin Anthony. Thank you.
JC.
Thank you.
Yeah, Gavin Anthony is B Dirt, man.
Oh, that's B-Dirt?
Yeah, he just changed his name to
I've
his
got him
legal
on
name.
Running Through the Jungle. Why you keep commenting 3 different times, bro? Like, for real. All right, so we got B-Dirt on here. We appreciate him. I'm trying to see if there was anybody else I missed. If there's anybody else I missed, please charge it to my head and not my heart. And then, of course, all of the Facebook
I take that back. Afton corrected me.
What she said?
She said, "Great one is Gavin."
Okay.
Oh, okay. See, look. So we got them. But again, our content that we're making and the content that we're putting out, we're doing it for you guys. And we appreciate you guys for coming and suiting up and booting up with us every Sunday. Again, like I said, make sure if you got a loved one, you got a friend you ain't spoke to in a while, you got somebody that you care about, man, reach out, tap on them, man. Just let them know, hey, man, love you, care about you, appreciate you. It takes nothing to be kind, man. It takes nothing, and it takes a second to make a phone call. But for myself,
hey, Ma, you got a bit. Claude Bishop said, "Tate, you are simply the best."
Oh, that's what he said?
That's what I read.
No, I didn't see that. I didn't see that at all. He said you guys are simply the best. He said you guys are simply the best. After said, we appreciate you for sharing your thoughts with us. Love y'all always, man. That's what we're gonna do. We're here for you guys. We're definitely here for you guys. But I said next week, mock up. Y'all will get a mock up for a shirt. That is afflicted heart, bro.
Yeah, because I can't turn my hands the other way. It's supposed to be.
What is wrong with you? Like, I mean, what are you doing?
That ain't no good heart.
That's a better heart than yours.
It's the best, better than mine.
Yeah, you look like you were throwing up gang signs.
Tate, your heart, Tate, your heart.
Nah, it's dumpster fire. It's a higher grade.
Yeah, it's a higher grade. Yeah, it's higher.
Big G, that's a Reds hat.
No, it's a Philadelphia Phillies, bro.
Yeah, right.
On air.
Okay.
On air.
It's a Phillies hat. You know he gonna do it. But for myself, for my partners, Big G and Tate, we love y'all. We'll holler at y'all next weekend. Peace.